Hello, I'm Katie Dean and I am here today to tell you about my beading blog, a website called myworldofbeads.com. Now, basically, I set this up many years ago and I'm still building on the information in it because it's something that I would love to have had when I first started beading. I've called it your beading encyclopedia, and that is really what I'm aiming to create here. So it's a place where you can find answers to any beading questions, and that will cover all areas from the basics like what beads are we talking about. And when you start beading, you'll find references to different types of beads, different brands, different sizes, and that can all be very, very confusing. So we've got a lot of posts on there that answer that kind of thing, talk about different threads, different tools, and so on. Then also it will be a case of beading techniques. There's a lot of different techniques you can use to make things out of beads. Everything from bead weaving to French beading, wire work, basic jewellery making, bead embroidery, kumihimo, bead loom weaving. I mean, really, the list goes on. And these are all terms that you'll come up, techniques that you might want to learn, or techniques where you might already know something and you just have a few questions. So that's, information that I would have liked to have all in one place when I was first learning. But as I learned more, the questions that I had about beading changed. So rather than needing to know about the materials and the techniques, I wanted to know things like tips for photographing my beadwork so I could show it online, or tips for getting it published in magazines, advice on entering competitions, because that's a great way of getting exposure if you want to take your beading from a hobby to something more professional. And of course, as I did just that, took mine from hobby to a job, I then had questions about business. So, how would I sell and market my work? How would I start writing books was another area. And then alongside all of that, we've got a beading directory, which will help you find bead shops, bead groups, magazines, all sorts of other things that you might need to help you with your beading. So it's a lot of material, as you can imagine. And as you can probably also imagine, I am not finished yet. Apart from the fact that we've got new beads coming onto the market all the time, and there are techniques that I haven't yet learned and fully explored. There is just an endless wealth of information that I can and want to be sharing with you. So the quickest way to start finding your way through all of this, if you're new on here, is to go to the Beads Index page, and that will give you an index of all the articles that we've got. So you can see, hopefully, where you might find the information you're looking for. You can also use the search bar. Obviously, that's a nice, easy way of searching for what you need. And you'll also see I've set up a page where if you've got questions about something that I haven't yet covered, you can just leave a request on there, and then that's something I can prioritize looking at to add more information later on. So I hope that gives you a sense of what I mean by a beading encyclopedia. And I hope it's something that you're also going to find incredibly useful. Now, if you're actually looking more practically for tutorials or online classes so you can, practice your beading, then I do also have that on another website. So my beadflowers.co.uk is where I sell all my tutorials, my beading books, a few kits, a few beads. And then I also have an online beading school where I teach a lot of classes, and that is on the Teachable platform. You'll see links both from this website and from the Bead Flowers website, so you can find all of that. So I'm really hoping I've got you covered, and that now you've discovered me, you're never going to find yourself in that position that I was in when I first started, of just going, help, there's so much information I don't understand the terms, I don't know what the beads are, I don't know where to learn techniques. Well, here you are, you've come to the right place. So I will let you go and start exploring and start finding answers to all of your beading questions.